And I've heard IIMs के culture is also very like you said कि और थोड़ा और hustle मतलब IIM में घुसने के बाद जो hustle होता है उसके ऊपर से और कितना ही hustle करोगे because I've heard that you guys have like really weird timings. You have night classes, projects तुम्हारे चलते रहते हैं हमेशा. What is life like in an IIM of a typical IIM student?
So let me just break this down into a more structured evolutionary process, right? First is preparing for CAT, clearing CAT, preparing for interviews, clearing interviews, financial help, and then an MBA, right? So that it's more structured.
Correct.
So essentially, when you're preparing for CAT, there are people who prepare for 2 weeks and clear CAT, and I know people who've done it for 4 years and still have not able to, crack CAT, right? For me, it was more of a 6 to 10 months journey, wherein I ended up taking 60 odd mocks, and it so happened that on the day of the exam, the guy who was sitting beside me consistently throughout the exam said that, boss, screen dikhana, answers dekhna hai, right? And if I refute, my exam also gets messed up, right? So I somehow gave through it, and I was sure it was not the best.
So did you show him your screen?
I mean, I couldn't do anything, right? The screen was open, his eyes were open.
So, I actually, now that you're done, I don't think this will be considered as anything illegal.
No,
but
but the best part is after the exam, the guy asks me, boss, tune sare right answers likhe hai na? So I ended up scoring, I don't know, in the 98s. And I know that was not my best performance, right?
Very humble.
I always wanted to go to IIM.
You gotta flex it. You need to like show it off. Yeah, I got 98.
So just as a point of example, the guy who was staying in the room opposite mine at IIMK, he had 99.97.
Wow.
And his best convert was Cody Code.
What are you saying?
Yeah. I mean, best convert. He had calls everywhere, but his best convert was IIMK.
Okay, he wasn't able to crack interviews.
Exactly. So even if you're scoring like almost a perfect 100, that does not guarantee
Translate that you go into the
ABCs, right? So CAT happened, you score in CAT and you get calls. So for me, the best call was Cody Code. So that was like one shot, one conversion thing. And I was a little psyche in some sense because I was like, boss, jaunga, to top 5 mein hi jaunga, or else I can take up another year, right?
Right.
I don't have issues in doing that. And K call came and I prepared.
Thoda elaborate.
IIM Cody Code, sorry. IIM Cody Code call came and I prepared for it, say, for a month and a half, 2 months. And it was like proper IAS level prep.
Okay.
So I was using IAS resources on YouTube, reading books on Kerala as a state, on Bengal as a state, right? Because in an MBA interview, in 20 odd minutes, you can be asked anything and everything.
Crazy.
From where you are going, because Kerala, right? Cody Code is in Kerala. Whatever you've done in life, like if you're showing 10 things, you should be in-depth knowledgeable about those 10 things to the bottom.
Crazy. Okay.
Because like one question that I was asked in my interview was, from the state of Bengal, if these are the different verticals, who are their ministers?
Whoa.
Yeah.
They asked you to name ministers?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just telling you the depth to which...
That's insane.
Exactly. But that's more from the mindset that how is he or she handling pressure.
Okay.
I mean, knowing ministers ka name is not a...
Fruitful.
Yeah, it's not a vanity thing, right?
Correct.
But it's just about how are you
Able
tackling
to handle
pressure, right? Yeah.
Interesting. So it's okay even if you don't know the answer.
Yeah, but if you are not able to answer the question well, I'm not saying correctly, but I'm talking about answering the question well, then you are in a hot soup situation, right?
So what can someone do when they're in such a situation? How do they handle the pressure? How did you do it?
I think, okay, I thought knew the answer because the guy who had gone...
Oh my God, you knew the minister name?
No, because the guy who had gone before me was asked the same question.
Okay.
So I was...
you mugged it up.
Yeah. But to be honest, when you are asked such uncomfortable questions, you basically have to say that, hey, this is not something that I prepared. I have very faint knowledge about this, but I would want you to explain it to me. So you have to be humble and display yourself that, hey, I'm open
Ready
to
to
learning.
learn.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that is how you essentially, answer these questions. So IIM Cody Code interview happened, and then there was a long wait because for the results to come out, right? And at the meantime, I was also applying for other jobs.
Right.
And it so happened that when the results came out, I was waitlisted at 259.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was probably the best interview I had given. So
Right.
I'm like, boss, I don't think this
How
is.
many are selected?
So what happens is, right, it's a trickle down effect. So if ABC ki waitlist will move, so people who got Lucknow calls will go to say a Calcutta. People who got Calcutta calls but their waitlist moved in Bangalore, they go to Bangalore. So that's how waitlists move across colleges, and this is only IIMs, but there are other equivalents like FMS, XLRI who are comparable to ABCL, right? So उनकी अगर move करेगी तो K की भी move करेगी, because K is a level lower than these top 5-6 colleges, right?
Okay.
So I was waitlisted at 259 and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work out, right? So I was looking for jobs at the same time, and I got offers from Uber Eats at that point in time, and Deloitte and DE Shaw.
अच्छा Uber Eats join नहीं किया.
Yeah, that is a wise decision, but I had to take a call that ये करना है, or should I have the faith that boss this 259 will get cleared this year, and somehow through data and statistics it looked like it is going to get cleared, right? And I was like, if that's happening then I want to go, because it's an old IIM, right? So I took the leap of faith, if I may say so, and I said to these 3 companies, boss, I'm not joining, right? And it was my last undergrad exam, and I was coming back from college and I got a mail saying that, hey, you've cleared.
Oh, crazy.
Okay, so it was like a long
Your story is making me regret saying that you're an ideal poster.
yeah.
Because if my parents got to know that I've rejected offers
Yeah.
from Deloitte and whatever, they would be like,
what's wrong with you? Exactly, right? And that is the same thing that happened with me in undergrad as well, right? So I rejected offers from Christ, DU, NM, to go to a very not so heard college in Calcutta. So from that point in time onwards, I think that unconventional mindset had set in, right? So yeah, I mean, then I was coming back from college and I got a message saying that ho gaya, right? And I was like on cloud 9, boss, that finally the wait was worth it, right?
Correct.
And what happens, in MBA colleges is that once calls start coming out, na, लोगों के group बनने लग जाते हैं.
Okay.
People start having WhatsApp groups and everything where they start conversing.
How do they get to know your...
So the college, the student administration from the college creates a Facebook group.
Okay.
Right? That all those who have converted, please send in your convert ka screenshot.
Got it.
And we will add you to the Facebook group. So that effective communication and all starts happening, right? So till the time I converted, 6 lists aa chuki thi. So I got through in the 7th list, right? And that time a lot of movement and already happened. And I actually had 10 friends with whom I was preparing from Calcutta itself. Now the funny part is all 10 of us got into one IIM, right?
Oh, different
Yeah,
IIMs
so someone is from A, B, C, L, FMS, SP Gen, and I am from K. So everyone went everywhere and I was the last person to get through.
Okay.
Yeah.